From stealing sticks to trying to bribe referees, these are the wildest moments when NHL players were caught cheating. And let's start with a goalie who tried to build an actual snow wall on his goal line. When you're one of the greatest goaltenders in NHL history, you probably know every trick in the book, and occasionally, you use them. Yes, we're talking about Marc-Andre Fleury. With Winnipeg leading 2-1, Fleury was called to the bench for an extra attacker. But before leaving the ice, he decided to protect his empty net by shoveling snow into a miniature wall right in front of it. Genius? Absolutely. Legal? Not even close. The Jets players spotted it instantly. The referees skated over and destroyed the wall, and one of the officials went straight to the Vegas bench to explain to Fleury that this was, let's say, not exactly within the rules. Marc-Andre, known for his humor, simply covered his face with his glove and tried not to laugh. The prank failed. At least it didn't affect the outcome of the game, unlike what happened next. Second period, Vancouver is up 2-0. Penalty shot awarded. Elias Pettersson gets ready to take it, and suddenly, Stars goalie Anton Khudobin throws his stick toward the puck.
He threw his stick. Oh, man. Officials are going to...
The craziest part? The officials ruled it accidental, and no penalty was given. The penalty shot was missed, and fans exploded with outrage. Clever trick or awkward accident? The debate is still alive, but another goalie wasn't nearly as lucky. Capitals versus Rangers. Shootout. Tension at its peak. After 7 attempts, the score is 2-2. And who steps up for the deciding shot? Alexander Ovechkin. The arena goes silent. Ovi fakes, gets Rangers goalie Alexander Georgiev down on the ice, and just as he's about to slide the puck in, Georgiev throws his stick directly at the puck.
Good point, Eddie. It should be.
At first, the referees call it a miss, but after video review, they award the goal. Washington wins, and Georgiev's desperate trick goes down as one of the boldest cheating attempts in NHL history. But all of that looks tame compared to the madness Brad Marchand came up with. Cheating on a whole new level. Playoffs 2013, the stakes are enormous. In overtime, with the score 2-2, Marchand casually steps on Cam Atkinson's stick during the faceoff, snaps it in half, and forces the Blue Jackets forward to sprint to the bench for a replacement. The funniest part? Brad completely got away with it. Later, he even joked that Atkinson was the one trying to dull his skates. Breaking someone else's stick is one thing, but breaking your own stick to cover up cheating? That's next level. And that's exactly what Jason Spezza did. Ottawa versus Toronto. Final minute of the game. The Leafs coach notices a suspicious curve on Spezza's blade and demands an equipment check. And Jason's reaction? In a split second, he snaps his stick and grabs another one, with a legal curve. It looked like he escaped trouble, but nope. The refs hit him with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Luckily for Ottawa, they still won. But imagine if that tiny little trick had cost them the entire game. What did cost a game, and an entire Stanley Cup final, was Marty McSorley's infamous curve. Stanley Cup Final, 1993. Montreal Canadiens with Patrick Roy versus the LA Kings, led by Wayne Gretzky. 2 minutes left, Kings leading the series. Suddenly, Habs coach Jacques Demers, rumor says Guy Carbonneau tipped him off, asks the refs to measure McSorley's stick. The moment of truth. Illegal curve. 2 minutes in the box. Montreal pulls the goalie, scores on the power play, and in overtime, Eric Desjardins completes his hat trick. The momentum flips, Montreal wins the next 3 games and takes its 24th Stanley Cup, all because of one illegal stick. But that was all on the ice now, the stands. One San Jose fan tried the most honest way to influence the game. He literally attempted to bribe the referees during play. He snuck closer and held out cash to the officials. Of course, the stunt failed instantly, but the moment was so absurd, it made both the crowd and the refs laugh, and the Sharks themselves weren't shy about bending the rules either. Ryan Clough once reached from the bench and used his stick to stop an opponent on a rush, right as the Kings were attacking. Cameras caught everything. Tens of thousands saw it, except the 2 referees on the ice. No penalty shot, nothing. Commentators just threw their hands up.
You're gonna stop here. Here's the linesman. He's looking back this way. This referee's too far away. But right here.
Clough denied everything afterward. What are you talking about? I didn't see anything. Check the replay. Unlike Clough, the next goalie didn't even pretend to be innocent. Watch Tristan Jarry literally grab an opposing player and try to hold him back.
Kind of pushed in there by Pettersson, but he was trying to get away.
The ref blew the play dead immediately. And then you have Matt Murray, who practically turned cheating into a system. The NHL rulebook clearly states, a goalie must not intentionally dislodge the net. But Murray got caught doing this 3 different times and kept going, as if testing how long the league would tolerate it. Sometimes, he even tried to loosen the net during the play.
Murray pushing, that's on purpose, so net comes off, he wants to try to get back on. The play's going on at this point. He's kind of looking, but sometimes he's not.
By the book, that should be, at minimum, a delay of game, and at worst, a penalty shot. But even that doesn't compare to what Trevor Zegras pulled off. In one game, Zegras broke his stick, and instead of skating to the bench for a new one, he simply borrowed a stick from his opponent. The referee figured it out instantly by pointing at the name on the shaft, Kiviranta, caught red-handed. But when it comes to boldness and creativity, almost no one rivals Sean Avery. During a game against New Jersey, Avery planted himself in front of Martin Brodeur and started waving his stick wildly in the goalie's face, completely blocking his view during a power play. Naturally, the legendary Brodeur was furious, and the Rangers even scored on that play. The NHL's response came the very next morning. The league officially classified Avery's move as unsportsmanlike conduct and rewrote the rule interpretation because of him. Matthew took it even further. He stole Brent Burns' stick and casually skated away with it, straight into the penalty box. Return it right away? Too boring. Much better to take 2 minutes and leave everyone with a moment they'd never forget. And Matthew wasn't the only one who tested the boundaries. In the third period of a tight game, David Booth, stuck in his own zone without a stick, didn't run to the bench. He just picked up the puck with his hands and chucked it across the entire rink like he was playing basketball.
Break it up. Oh, he picks it back up. Why would it's a penalty? What are you doing, David? Thinking? Oh, my. Oh, boy.
He sprinted to the bench, hoping the refs wouldn't notice. The Penguins players were stunned, demanding an explanation. The refs didn't bother reviewing it. Delay of game, 2 minutes, instantly. But single incidents are one thing. It's a whole different level when an entire team gets involved in something suspicious. In a matchup between Nashville and Calgary, the Flames scored, the arena erupted, and then the whistle blew. Confusion everywhere. What happened?
They score! It sounded like I heard a whistle on that play, Kelly, and that's why I hesitated. Now there's some conversation between the officials, so I'm not sure what's happening.
Turns out the officials stopped play because Nashville had 6 skaters on the ice. But here's the twist. Calgary had the puck and was attacking, waving off the goal, caused a storm of criticism. Was it an accident? Or a clever attempt to kill a dangerous scoring chance? We may never know. And then there's the story that shocked everyone, because the player didn't just outsmart the NHL, he outsmarted his own team. In 2001, Ilya Kovalchuk became the first Russian ever drafted first overall. He quickly became Atlanta's superstar, and in 2010, he was traded to the New Jersey Devils. The Devils offered him a staggering 17-year, $102 million contract. The league was stunned, calling it a salary cap circumvention, and blocked the deal. After negotiations, the contract became 15 years and $100 million, but the Devils paid the price, a $3 million fine, and multiple lost draft picks. In 2012, they reached the Stanley Cup final. It seemed worth it, but then everything collapsed. The lockout, injuries, decline. And in 2013, Kovalchuk shocked the hockey world by announcing his return to Russia. With 12 years still left on his contract, the Devils were left without their star, without the cap space, and without future draft picks. Fans booed him every time he returned to Newark. The Kovalchuk case went down in history. The league tightened long-term contract rules, and the deal is still considered one of the most disastrous in NHL history.